Alright guys, so what we got here is the CRF110 GROM. So I outfitted the 110 motor with this GROM engine. We got a clutch, we got the GROM forks, GROM rear swing arm and everything. So we just got it put together and we're getting ready to go test it out. Let's see what you got. We will be pushing the motor all the way to the right. So we will have to take this side out to where it'll fit inside there. They both line up fine from there to there. The distance from here to here is the same, but this is what we have to adjust. Grab that side of the motor.
Punch it in the face.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Where are we going? I got this side. Oh, shite. Hold it.
Let go of it. Yep. Drop it. So we just got the fuel pump. We will have to repin this because they're in a different location for the 110. But you can use the 110 gas tank and fuel pump. I got the injector wire that goes to the injector from the tank, and I got all the vent hose disconnected from the canister. So this is disconnected from the GROM. So right here we have the GROM motor. Looks like a mess right now, but I kind of have it all organized. There's the 110 motor. There's the 110 as a naked bike, and then here's the GROM. All the parts are up there, but getting ready to start working on the GROM motor. So the research that I've done, what it shows is that the distance between here to here is too narrow to go from here to here, and also here to here. So what we'll have to do is we are going to have to shave now. Tell me where you want me to cut it on that end.
A little bit more?
Well, we're gonna have to take those back out because they have to go your way for the bracket, hydraulic bracket. But those mounts don't hit. That's money, dude. So you see what we gotta build, what we gotta hit that one in further. Get it all the way through. Oh, stop. You're like, you're hitting the inside of it.
Yeah, it's because we're not enough. It's hot.
Here's 3 of these. Fucking, come on. What are we doing? Take me home. Fucking roll, man.
There.
But I gave, there was like some, they can do it.
Got the 110 motor all mounted up in the back too. Getting ready to start using the cardboard. Mounting up to where we got a weld on there. And then there'll be another one over here. And then a lot of wiring. So basically what we got is we got a bracket that we're gonna have to make that will mount up into the top of the motor of the GROM. So we're in here at the shop getting ready to weld on a couple of these tabs right here for this top motor mount. Get that to focus, getting ready to weld that up, and then drill holes on each side. I have another one of these, obviously. I will be selling these as well in the future, but that's what I would do. You'll just grind that off perfect straight. And you also have to shave this side of the motor, the right side, the brake side, down just a little bit, just down flush with this. But we'll get. So we're transferring the punches or the holes through, so we got to hold something so it doesn't break it while it's tacked, and he's getting ready to smoke that. Go ahead. All right. So now we'll be able to break that off, take it to the drill press, and then drill out some holes and get it welded on. So now we got it. Break that off. We got us a mark. Now we can go drill that out.
Yeah. Must just be the heat of it, of this stainless.
Basically, we just got the holes drilled. It's not tacked in right now, but we got the bolt in, holding it where it needs to be. And then he's getting ready to tack up this side. So after looking around and figuring it out, I figured out that it's the black and the brown that you have to swap. So you have to swap the brown and the black, not these two. So make sure you do that before you figure it out. All right, guys, after a while of sitting here figuring out what's wrong with the bike, I realized that these have kickstand switches. So make sure you make one of these guys from the factory kickstand switch. It's up there. I'll show you what I did. So this is kind of covered, but right there, this connector is on this. So you're gonna remove that, basically cut both ends, strip it, and then you're going to wire them together and then plug them back in. I'll show you in just a second where the location is. Got it soldered up and put a little heat shrink on it, and then it goes into this plug right here within this. So that right there. All right, so after a little bit of jumbly freaking mess, this is the best I've came up with. So we you just gotta do your best and tuck these wires where you can. It looks kind of junky right now, but you got the battery in. I put the CPU right here, ran the fuses back over there. A couple of other items are up there. With this shoved in, the plastic on. Oh, we need that down there. With this shoved in here, the plastic on, tank down, all that will be covered. Should hide most of that, so we won't have to worry about it. It's completely there. We'll hook up the battery here in a second, and then we will see if it starts, see if I'm forgetting anything. So I got the gas tank all plugged in and bolted in. Went ahead and put the throttle on, got that plugged into the front. Going to plug in this. So we know it cranks over. Has no exhaust on it at the moment, so I'm going to hook up this really quick. I didn't have the spark plug hooked up. I was trying to prime the system because I took all the fuel out. So we're gonna plug that back in really quick, and then we're gonna try it again. Oh. All right, so after a bunch of trying to figure out what was going on, it wasn't running right, and I could not figure it out why. Come to find out, when I hooked the reader up to it, I sent the guy that bought the 110 motor my GROM ECU. So basically what I have here is the 110 ECU. They are identical. They were sitting side by side. I happened to grab the wrong one, so I've been trying to start this with the 110 ECU. It will not work. So my buddy let me borrow his GROM ECU. Just local buddy had one. I went over there, took his bike apart, you know. So we're gonna try it now and see what works. So I do have the bike on. I was just checking it out. So we're gonna turn it off. We're gonna have ignition on. Turn this on. Everything comes on now. It's a little high of idle. There we go. Alright, we got the plastics on this side, got the seat on, front's all hooked up. I just have the dash shoved up in there. Hopefully it stays. I'll probably try to find a way to mount it. But it's all buttoned up and nice and snug. I gotta wait on this side because my exhaust hit the clutch bracket right here. So I had to do some adjustment to that, and I haven't got that back yet from my buddy. But other than that, there's still loose parts down there, so. Let's look this bike over. There's the front forks. Number plate fitted up nicely. Look at that beautiful Yoshi on there.